Check, check, check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right, everybody. So we had to move our commentary table from where we were. We're a lot closer to the action than we were before. So we're in definitely a more of a public place now. We were kind of hidden away before, but so we're gonna have to talk pretty quietly here. You will have a lot more room noise. I can't do anything about it. We'll do my best to make sure that we respect the players and what they are currently doing. And I'm just still trying to get a couple things set up. We had the time wrong for the start, so we're a little earlier. I want to thank everybody who joined us. And I'll be right back. I got one more thing I got to get done. Be right back. Check 1 2. How's this volume, guys? Probably gonna be talking around this volume. Gotta be careful how I said that. So, hello, my name is Dion Morales, host of the Ghost Squadron podcast. I usually don't talk like this, but I'm going to because I'm pretty close to the table. So, sorry about that. I was going to be joined by the Ryan Farmer of the Mind Knock Squadron podcast, but he we had the time wrong for the start, so he is not quite back yet. We'll be talking to him in a minute. You are watching round 4 of the Day 1C X-Wing World Championships, and this round is brought to you by our patrons and our Twitch Prime subscribers of the Gold Squadron podcast. Thank you so much for your support. You can become a patron by going to patreon.com/Gold Squadron, become a part of the largest group of people who make X-Wing for Gold Squadron podcast a thing, and all the streaming and traveling we do to bring you guys content, as well as Twitch Prime subscribers. It's a free way, literally free money. You connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, you click the free Twitch Prime subscription, and you throw a couple bucks our way. You can do that once a month, once every 30 days. You can click that button and get it done. So if you don't know how to do that, go to our YouTube page. We actually have a video on how to do it. Look up how to become a Twitch Prime subscriber, and you can do that. So let's go ahead and break down these lists. We have Tim Dugan. On the Imperial side, we got Quick Draw, Inquisitor, and New Squadron Pilot. Quick Draw, pretty standard loadout here. Expertise, Fire Control, Advanced Optics, Lightweight Frames, Special Ops Training, and a Harpoon Missile. So a little bit of a harder hitting possibility there with that Harpoon Missile, one-shot go. Also coupled with the Inquisitor with Push the Limit, Auto Thrusters, and the Title, which is pretty standard, plus Proton Rockets. So usually that Inquisitor really likes to stay at range 3 and range 2 out of arc and stuff, but if he has a situation where he can creep into range 1 and hit you with a 5-dice missile in the face, he will do so. And lastly, that's ended with a Harpoon Missile, New Squadron Pilot with long-range scanners. And then James Frank. Is flying a Scum Salad squad. And here comes my commentator, my co-host. And we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Hey, Ryan, Say hi to the people.
What's up, people? My bad. I got the time wrong for the lunch return.
It's all right.
My bad.
So I was already talking about Tim's squad. What is James flying today?
James, we got Thweek, FCS, Auto Thrusters, the Star Viper 2 title in Virago, Dallin, Adaptability, Enforcer title, Zealous Recruit. Enforcer title is, I believe, giving out stress tokens for ships in the bullseye. Zealous Recruit, Auto Thrusters, Concord Dawn Protector, and a Jakku Gun Runner with Visago, Cloaking Device, and Space Tug. So if you're not sure how that interaction works, basically you cloak, you Visago to a different illicit, and you never have to worry about losing your cloaking device. That cloak just stays on. So that tugboat, that Jakku Gun Runner, isn't attacking, but that's not what it's there for. It's a blocker. It gets you in the way, and it's throwing out that Space Tug tractor token with some reasonably good survivability. That paired with, the PS1 Zealous Recruit, also a phenomenal blocker for the scum players. You've got the Auto Thrusters there, obviously helping the survivability. Concord Dawn Protector just getting in people's grills. And then, obviously, you've got Thweek, which is going to be matching any of the higher pilot skill guys. So, looking at Tim's squad, he's got Quick Draw, Inquisitor, and a new. Quick Draw's at pilot skill 9, so you know that Thweek stole that, which is obviously with the initiative bid. Let's see. James has a 2-point bid, so Thweek's moving last, and that's what Thweek does, and that's why Thweek is so powerful here. And Obros is kind of passing out stress, making it tough, getting free target locks. And, yeah, it's really interesting squad from James, kind of a mishmash of all sorts of things. I'm wondering how James is, why he chose this squad, why he feels as though this is good against the field. Maybe it's a combination of that Enforcer title, working on Fens and that sort of thing. But then, obviously, you talked about Tim's squad with Quick Draw Inquisitor, which in the last game we were able to talk about. This Inquisitor built a little differently, has more of a punch at range 1 with those proton rockets, harpoon missiles on Quick Draw, harpoons on the new. So a much heavier alpha. And it's interesting. Dion, what do you think the win condition or the primary target for James is in this opening engagement?
So I think the most threatening ship here for James is definitely the Inquisitor. Just the fact that, I know that Thweek moves last.
Yeah.
But the fact that that Inquisitor could solo very easily Dale in that Protectorate in the tugboat.
It's true.
Without any problem. So if they get rid of Thweek early, he's gone.
Yeah. I think that I actually agree with you, because you got to take out Inquisitor, because the one thing Thweek could do in an endgame situation is arc dodge and Quick Draw to get those shots off where Quick Draw doesn't have shields. Has that, obviously, that powerful barrel roll. Mm-hmm. And Thweek with fire control. I would say, Thweek versus Quick Draw matchup endgame is something that I'm okay with if I'm James.
Yep, and we will. So we'll go ahead and just watch this opening setup. Looking at the Inquisitor's position, he's in that what we talked about in the last round, right? Very like a standard flanking position. He's ready to flank if James lets him. That's
Correct.
right. That's kind of what it comes down to sometimes.
Yeah. You don't know if you don't really know if the Inquisitor is going to be able to handle. If you're Tim, you don't want that Inquisitor anywhere near that tugboat and those rocks. You don't want him anywhere near that Zealous Recruit where he could get bumped. You don't want Inquisitor really near Dallin either, taking extra stresses from the Enforcer title. So I think Tim is absolutely doing the correct thing here in keeping him away from all that stuff. So if you're Tim, you get Thweek off the board, you pretty much win the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think Thweek is the win condition. So
I'm just saying, like, what he's doing here is perfect. He's bringing Inquisitor to try and close in on Queek. Weird.
Queek.
Moving Queek on Thweek. and keeping that new kind of in behind Inquisitor to kind of cover with that harpoon. And then you're going to run in Quick Draw really hot. If Tim gets all guns, on Thweek here, it could be a quick game. And James, on the other hand, he's got to get that support in there. He needs that support for Thweek coming in as fast as possible. Can't let Tim get all those shots on him for sure.
All right, thank you for everybody's patience. I know we've had a couple of disconnect issues. We had to move our setup due to some logistical things. So we're a little bit farther away from an open window where the signal's a little bit stronger.
I like the spot where you were.
I was very happy with it, but we
That's
do what
fine.
we got to do.
We do what we got to do.
So I want to talk about Tim's Inquisitor. You notice he has that like almost purposely cocked at that extra. What is that? What's the half of 45 is? 22 and a half?
So 22 and a half, yeah, I believe you.
I mean, probably not even that much, but he's just that little bit of tilt. He plays that on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think? What's the purpose behind that?
It's just if a really seasoned, practiced player can manage that extra tilt, it means that you're more likely to be able to. Because remember, the Inquisitor's main moves are the green one hard and the green soft. So and here's James smartly pulling Thweek out, getting him out, get out, and I think that allows him to more easily get things in arc. But it's not easy because it's counterintuitive. You have to kind of tilt the entire board in your brain when you're thinking about going through all of your different maneuvers.
So I'm looking forward to see how he can manage that. And I think maybe the reason why you turn it a little bit towards the opponent if they set up in that far left corner is when you do that hard one, you get that little bit extra.
Yes,
so
exactly.
when you're pulled up like behind somebody, your arc is clipping their corner.
Yeah, it's calculated for sure. If we're looking at Oberos in the what is it? The Chemogila?
Chemogila, yes.
Yeah. We're thinking that pilot skill is 8 there.
Yes, he did pilot skill up to 8.
Yep. And you've got – I just think that obviously Thweek is the win condition here. And we should probably make Thweek's PS9. I'm assuming that he mimicked
yes, let's go ahead and fix that.
I mean, I wouldn't be shadowing any of these ships. Though shadowing Inquisitor is certainly a fun if you're willing to stay at pilot skill 4, can be a deadly combo on Thweek, just throwing 4 dice at every range. But, I mean, that's not what I would have done. You always take the pilot skill.
Right. And we're going to go ahead and turn on that initiative token as Tim does have initiative. His quick draw moves first.
So this was really smart of Frank. I mean, Frank Brooks. This was smart of James to pull Thweek away here because that was a bad engagement. Now, probably what he'll do is pull Thweek all the way behind these guys. And now that Tim is kind of committed to where he's going here, there's going to be a little bit of jockeying here. There's going to be a little bit of gamesmanship happening, figuring out where each one of these ships is going to end up.
So we're waiting for looks like Tim's quick draw and Inquisitor maneuver. The thing with these aces, right? Looks like James, his goal here is going to be trying to. You want to tugboat something onto a rock, right? He brought 3 of the big rocks. Tim also brought big rocks, 1 small.
I think tractoring something on a rock is a bonus. The real strength is just the loss of agility, just in general. I mean, that tugboat's a menace. So Tim's got to be really, really careful that he doesn't allow that tugboat to get behind his squad, because again, it's just going to be it's going to be having cloak every single round. So, the tug's got to. It's 4 unmodded dice, but that's 4 unmodded dice still that you got to contend with. It's got much more staying power than you'd expect.
And it looks like James is planning on being pretty aggressive with this Protectorate. I mean, he's 5 forward and reaching for the target lock boost.
Totally expendable. Listen, if I can trade my Zealous Recruit for all the shields on quick draw, I'm going to do that. Absolutely going to do that. That's a great trade. Also, do we know what he Visagoed the cloak into?
We can take a look there.
Or he hasn't cloaked yet. That's probably why.
No, he did. That's Contraband Cybernetics.
Right.
His cloak token is on the peg.
Oh, got it.
So I don't know how to switch that.
I don't know either. It's fine. We'll just make a note that we got to remember that Contraband Cybernetics is now on as the illicit, which is which is the choice. You know,
Right. So
it'll allow him to do those. He could do. You know what's so sneaky about that? That Tim's got to be aware of.
He can back up
tug.
Oh my God.
He can do the back tug with I probably shouldn't say that. So that's what Tim did. He can't hear me. Yeah, he can do the back tug. So again, here's the danger when you come to Worlds. You practice against the meta staples, right? You practice against Ghost Fend. You practice against Pal Bases. You practice against 100-point Miranda. And yet sometimes you get matched up against this weird stuff, and you have to be able to, on the fly, identify all the tricks. You have to be able to be aware, like, oh, great, he could, move backwards and tugboat people. That's where James has a real advantage coming into Worlds, because no one's flown against this. I mean, no human being, no one's going to fly against Thweek, Dallin, Zealous, Jakku, Gunrunner. So I think that Tim is obviously a very savvy player, so he's going to have to really quickly look at this and say, okay, these are the traps, these are the things, and play his game. We talked about in the last game a little bit, Dion, that ace players, especially Imperial ace players, need to control engagements on their terms.
Yep.
Tim needs to be doing that. He can't get in a situation where he's attacking Thweek. He's attacking Thweek in the midst of being tugboated and stressed by Oberos and that sort of thing. There you go, getting the cybernetics up in there.
Trying.
The other thing I'll say is I think that if Tim wants to, if Thweek is just going to be bugging out and not worrying about it, Tim can just start dismantling the rest of the squad.
Oh yeah,
he can pop some of this stuff. Really, he could take out that that recruit. He could work on Oberos if he wants. Again, James is playing a really risky game with some of these ships because it's a lot of tricks, but not necessarily a ton of firepower unless everything's firing on the same cylinders. Whereas Tim has a massive amount of firepower, So Tim right now is chasing Thweek, and what he can do is if Thweek continues to just jet up the side of the board like that, turn in and just nuke something, get it off the board. You don't even need to use the harpoons to do it. Just, you could use one harpoon on the new and then reload. That's fine. And then the other thing I'll say is Thweek, the crazy thing about the Star Viper Mark II title is even if Thweek looks like he's gunning out of there, easily with one maneuver, flip back around. Just do a bank barrel roll, suddenly Thweek's gun is on you. But unless it's got that fire control system up, that offense isn't really super good. I mean, super good's not. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. I'm interested to see what Tim does with this new and the slam and everything. He could do a 2 hard here. He could do kind of a 2 bank. You know that Quick Draw doesn't necessarily mind having shields taken off, but what Quick Draw does mind are ships that don't really care about getting fired at, and that Zealous recruit is totally fine with chasing Quick Draw out the butt and just trying to plink shields away, and that's another thing Tim has to be really aware of. There's an interesting spiral happening around the board.
Right, and the thing is that even though that Zealous recruit is super cheap, right? He's dangerous at range 1, 4 dice.
Yeah, I mean, it's 23 points. It's a great 23 points. Like, it's funny. James must have been pumped to get the Zealous recruit. Must be pumped to try and get that Zealous recruit alt-art for 3 wins.
Sure.
So looking at this, Tim's still taking his time. Everyone's kind of looking at dials and trying to figure out where everyone's going to be going. I think that if I'm James here, you want to just be pushing that gunboat up, pushing that Zealous recruit up, just kind of keep spiraling around the board here until you can maybe plink Quick Draw shields away. And just that's the game James is playing. He's stinging people to death. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. He's not alpha-ing anybody. unless he can get all guns on your tugboated ship that you've thrown on a rock. It's really, it's a tough game for James. It's uphill because anything could just blow up at any given moment. He's got to do a lot of work to ensure he's in the proper positions to take out these aces. So we're about to see this round of dials go off.
All right, so tugboat, hard one. That's a red maneuver for that ship, but it's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, wait, maybe, no, it's white.
No, I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm not. How many times have you played the tugboat?
3.
I've about 3 times.
Yeah. Is it?
It's white. It's white.
Oh, whoa!
It's white.
Yeah, I knew that.
So we'll refresh here. Everything is white except the backups and turnarounds.
Yeah, that's fine. Do.
All right, we should be back up. Thank you for joining us again. Technical difficulties. Thank you for your patience.
So interesting with the Zealous Recruit here, kind of cutting in. So we see James starting to converge, right? And let's see how Tim responds here. If James, again, can set up that alpha and get everything going, a nice 3 hard by that gunboat. James is challenging Tim, saying, hey, do you want to waste a harpoon on my Zealous Recruit? Hey, do you want to waste a harpoon on my gunboat? Whereas Tim wants to get his good shots on these other ships. Let me ask you something, Dugan. Do you think that Tim should think about plinking off the friends, or should he be focusing everything he can on Thweek or Dallin or the big guys?
Well, from looking at the way he's spread out, it looks like his plan is Inquisitors going after Thweek.
Hard.
I think quick draw on the boat are going to basically take. He's going to be taking a target of opportunity.
Right.
We'll see who I have. He does have this Zealous Recruit here.
Yeah.
Target lock. It doesn't have auto thruster. It does have auto thrusters, but I think
James flying over a rock with Dallin here.
50% chance.
Risky move, but that's also a red.
All right, blank.
No consequences. You know what? Because the gunboat has the reload action, I think you're fine launching a harpoon into that Zealous Recruit.
Yeah, because what you do is you reload, you disengage, you bring it back around.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, gunboat do gunboat things. James has a lot of other things to worry about more than just that gunboat. Good barrel roll here by Tim.
He's trying to engage quick draw and Inquisitor on the same turn. I think that's what he's packing up for right here.
Well, you want to try and PS kill that gun runner or PS kill. You want to PS kill something. That gun runner is pile skill 1, so he could even get a gunboat primary shot on that thing to PS kill it. Again, as well as the Zealous Recruit. That's the downside to running these pile skill 1s. Like the gunboat being at 2 can still take it out.
So we're gonna. What's Thweek's action here? He's probably gonna do the barrel roll out.
It seems like the correct call. And again, remember what I said. James is working to get Thweek behind the wall of protection. So
if you're gonna get to me, you gotta go through my friends first.
Exactly. That's why I think that. That's why I think we're gonna see Thweek engage reasonably soon here. I think James will pull all of his toys up, get Thweek behind, and that's four guns pointed at Tim's squad. But as long as Quick Draw has those shields, I mean, Quick Draw's so dangerous that you just got to respect her.
She respect all women.
Well, all women are dangerous.
Both statements are true.
All accurate. Still working on maneuvers here, trying to figure it out. Checking for locks, checking for shots. All right, it looks like we have...
Here's the missile.
Yep, you got that gunboat firing the harpoon.
And 4 hits.
It's a really good shot.
3 hits and a crit. And spends evade. Or auto thrusters evade.
Yep. I didn't
So
see.
it takes 2.
Oh, I didn't see the other ones hidden over there. Yeah.
It is a hit and a crit, and it looks like the
direct.
second one is a direct hit.
Looks like direct.
In the box. A damaged engine.
Oh,
That's a rough one.
The worst. The worst. Well, if James can maybe, get a couple shields off the gunboat, it could be a decent exchange. And that also means that James knows he's got 1 turn free where that gunboat is definitely not firing that harpoon missile.
All right, so 3 eyeballs on that shot, so no damage.
No damage at all.
Back from the Protectorate.
Right. And that's going to do it for combat this round. Really good exchange for Tim there. It's going to be hard for that Zealous recruit to get another shot on anything before this. I think that it's going to be really important for that Jakku Gunrunner to get in there and get involved.
All right, Ryan, I'm going to let you take over. We're having some live issues. Those of you who watch this in the future, I'll be back.
From the future, it's I'm just going to take over the commentating for now for a moment. And if we're looking at the game state here overall, we've got James a little bit behind with the damaged engine on the Zealous recruit. But to be honest, there could be worse times to get that crit. You've got he's probably just doing a straight anyway, trying to block that gunboat from reloading. That will give you multiple rounds where that thing is kind of out of the fight, which means all you're really contending with is quick draw, and quick draw's harpoon. Obviously, you've got the Inquisitor's proton rockets, but in terms of dictating the engagement on your terms, Tim's doing a really good job of making sure the first major fight happens outside of all these rocks, outside of all this clutter that he could potentially get tractored onto. Again, the Inquisitor's got to be really cognizant to not get in Oberos's bullseye arc. But you know what? Here's the other thing. It's going to be a little harder because James has initiative.
Yep. And that tweak, man, that barrel roll can do some work.
Tim has initiative, so James moving second, so he'll be able to barrel roll, adjust his bullseye arc to ensure that Inquisitor can potentially get double stressed.
All right, so looks like we're waiting for quick draws dial.
Hey, Quick Draw's got a couple tough decisions to make here. I mean, again, I'm a big fan of just getting Quick Draw just into the action.
We're going to think here, maybe a three bank barrel roll. He's got expertise.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do a 3-bank. I think you do 3-bank and just see what's up, because there's no way you're getting tractored this round, and you just take whatever James gives you. Tim's kind of in the driver's seat. He is in a position where he can definitely kind of decide what he wants to do. Interesting, you've got the tugboat doing it too hard here.
He's going after the gunboat.
Definitely wants to get something off the board.
Tugboat on gunboat?
Tug on gun?
Yeah. Alrighty, so probably a barrel roll, I'm going to guess. Maybe for a block?
I mean, I would barrel roll. That's not the way I would have barrel rolled, but
he might be trying to flank with it.
I mean, yeah,
bringing it back around.
Sure, absolutely.
Because he's lost the hard turns.
I mean, if they end up chasing the Zealous crew, that's totally fine with James. So I mean, just you could do a 2-bank or 3-bank or whatever. Maybe the gunboat's not going to fire because it's cloaked. It's going to be cloaked forever. Right. He's just trying to get the gunboat in positions to be able to tractor it.
He's got a slam out. Thank you very much to Annex001 for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Thank you so much, and thank you for everybody for your patience. We're hoping for a steady stream of data here. The other issue that I believe we're having is we're getting a little bit of signal interference from, because we're also close. We're pretty close to the Wi-Fi router and another wireless connection, so it's a little bit of stuff going on there. All right, Ryan, I'm going to try one more thing to see if we can get a better connection here.
Yeah, you do you, man. I will continue.
All right, guys, we're back up and running again. Trying to get our setup here corrected. So Tim slammed out with that gunboat.
Yeah, smart. Keeping that gunboat away.
The tugboat is going to be able to probably one hard and tractor beam this gunboat.
I think so.
So Tim has to make sure that he plans for that as he's getting ready here.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't look like Quick Draw had a shot on that tugboat. That tugboat's a menace, man. That thing is getting in people's situation. Ooh, this is a good tight move there by James. He should be able to barrel roll right in front of that gunboat.
Range one shots. Ooh, that's going to be tight.
If it doesn't work, he can just flip and do it the other way. It's fine.
He's going to take him out of arc, isn't it?
Maybe, but that gunboat's not firing at you anyway.
Here's a question I've always had with those barrel rolls. Like, if you declare right, do you have to flip it?
I'm not entirely sure. I think if you declare a barrel roll, you have to barrel roll in some combination that you can do.
In that
direction. I'm not sure about the flip there. Again, Tim would know.
Okay, so looks like he's positioning himself to get a shot.
Yeah, he should. I mean, it'll be obstructed, but he'll still get some kind of shot. No shot with Obros there.
And now
no shot with Quick Draw. Or range 3,
No, that's going to be range 3.
Yeah, range 3.
He's just looking at it. All right, so he's making a decision here to decide whether he wants to go after the gunboat. He knows that the tugboat, the quad jumper. I'm going to start calling it the quad jumper. The quad jumper can very. I thought it was.
Yeah, listen, I can say whatever. I said doo-doo.
Oh, you did?
Doo-doo.
All right, doo-doo. All right.
I can say what I want. Say hi to the people, D.
Hello. This was the harpoon missile. Harpoon missile. Oh. Blank out. He does have a focus.
That was a harpoon into
the
gunboat.
The quad jumper.
Oh, jeez. Rough.
2 cards. and a crit. And we can find out what that crit is here in a minute. We know that
Gunboat's in quite a bit of pain. But here's the thing. James is okay. Again, James is kind of okay with that. That's the only harpoon that Quick Draw's got, and he wasted it on, I mean, quote, unquote, wasted it, used it on a pile skill 1 19-point gunboat.
All right, here we go. Hit, crit, blank out. So both of those are going to hit. And
So
then
that's 2 shields off the gunboat. And then FCS on Tweak, or Tweak's going to toss it on.
so I'm curious, if that's damage sensor ray, that's going to suck, though.
Oh, gosh.
That's kind of what it looks like from here.
Oh, man, I'm going to go check.
All right. So we're waiting for Dials here. Dion is sitting in very close proximity to the very handsome D-Yoon. Very close namesake. I'm a fan. All right, so we're waiting for Dials. Here comes Ryan. He's going to give us that crit.
It is structural damage.
Structural damage.
I mean,
0 AGI.
I mean,
But
the gunboat's probably, I mean, the dude's probably dead anyway. So if he can just get one good tractor onto that rock, that's what it's looking for. So that Zealous recruit, again, just going to be with one hull, taking the wide way around. And now, again, James is still in a tough situation here, even if he's able to tractor that boat. Dallon's going to move in, hopefully try and tractor the Inquisitor. But the double stress the Inquisitor. But you know what? The Inquisitor rushes up and throws a procket into him.
Yeah.
Kind of okay with it, because here's the thing. The Inquisitor's more expensive than Thweek. In an endgame scenario, Thweek still needs to kill Inquisitor.
Got to get him. And we know Auto Thruster's Focus Evade is very tough to get through.
Not exactly easy. And one of the things I'm most excited for in 2.0 is there's no token stacking, and evade tokens don't add a result.
Yes.
Things are going to be dying, and things are going to be dying quick.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if games will last 75 minutes anymore in 2.0.
I know. It's going to be great.
More games, less time. Eat that sandwich, D.
We're just turning and looking at D eat a sandwich.
He's loving it. If you're Tim, I think you just one bank here with Quick Draw. Just kind of bide your time, take it nice and slow. There's no reason to go quick here. You've got you got your foot on the throttle. This is the one hard we expected from the tug. Now he's gonna.
Ready? Are you ready?
Doo. Gonna throw this thing on a rock.
There it is. You're gonna barrel roll him back as far as possible.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to get him so that he can hit it now, roll the dice, and then roll it again.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. No actions for it either. I mean, ideally, he'd like that boat to be something like Quick Draw or the Inquisitor, but you take what you can get at this point in the game.
That's right. And he gets a hit, so that's a shield gone on that gunboat.
That might be the last one for it, right?
Yep, shields are down.
Yep, and then there's a 4K. Smart.
He doesn't have the turns anymore, so that's his best chance to get engaged.
Re-engage. Yeah, nothing's going to be attacking it. He's fine.
So 3-turn.
Yep.
That'll be a bump into Dalen,
Yep.
and he'll have to roll again.
And it's smart if Tim anticipated that he was going to be moving, getting barrel rolled that way. Sure, he wanted actions, but he might get a shot on Dalen and might be behind Thweek. Nope, and no damage there.
Average. Got one.
Average. Got one on the 2. That's right. That's math for you, D. Roll 2 dice, only get 1 hit. That's the expected damage, and he's nodding. That's right. He knew.
He's proud. He's proud of us.
He knows I'm right. He knows how smart I am.
So here we go. Inquisitor zooms up. Probably going to be reaching for a... he's coming for the Prockets. He wants the booty.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. He's in a situation where no matter what, Obros isn't going to be able to get him in that bullseye. He's either going to get blocked or he's going to not be taking a shot.
Right.
So he also wants the tug. Give me that tug.
Do it. Unless James calls him, does a 4K.
I mean, if he did, that would have been great, but it looks like he did not.
This is an opportunity to take. What do you think? If he wants to get a shot, he's probably gonna have to barrel roll.
Yeah, he'd have to barrel roll
right.
to his right. The board's left. I think I would. Man, I mean, if you roll, that means you're shooting in a quick draw and maybe stripping shields. It still feels bad, man. Target. That's interesting. Target locks the boat.
All right, quick draw's coming in.
Interesting. If he had rolled, he could have blocked him. But now, I mean, blocking quick draw really doesn't matter as much anyway.
But he would have avoided a range 1 shot into his Dalen. Assuming that he can't get a shot right now into Thweek. Thweek hasn't moved yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
So used to quick draw moving last.
Thweek always moves last. Oh, interesting. Look, we got the sloop from Thweek. So Thweek's gonna do her best or his best to take out the gunboat. So quick draw is gonna lay some pain into Dallin here with brutal.
That's 3 hits and a crit. Hit.
And the crit is damaged cockpit. I mean, he was moving after a whole bunch of the ships anyway.
Yeah, he just has to move first now.
Yeah.
So, and he's down 2 hull, right?
Yeah.
So sitting at 4.
That's a boon for the Inquisitor to be able to avoid that bullseye arc.
And it looks like, Tim's patience has really paid off, right? He came in, he made sure that he engaged at the same time. He was able to predict a lot of these. He's definitely in the driver's seat. Here's a target lock.
So just a hit grit coming in on that gunboat. And remember, it was tractor, so it'll take a hit and a crit. And let's see what that crit is on the gunboat. It'll be damaged engine.
That's actually a really tough one for the gunboats. You really rely on that like three turn to get kind of like funky spots.
But again, Tim's okay trading. What is it? It's 22 points. That, like, remember we talk about Biggs was always 25 points. Like,
right.
If you're wasting resources on these 19-point gun runners, these 22-point gunboat, that's okay with a lot of these players. They want to protect the big money guys.
All right, here's the Inquisitor, range 3, unobstructed.
Into the tugboat. That's 2.
And I think that's it.
No, he's got 1 left.
He's got 1?
Yeah, the tugboat has 5 health.
Oh, you're right.
Gun runner, so he managed to only have 5 there. So James has quite a few of his ships just on fire. I mean, he's got a Zealous Recruit at 1. He's got a Jakku Gunrunner at 1. Oberos is at pilot skill 0, sitting at 4. But as long as Thweek remains, there's always a chance. Because isn't Thweek the best ship in the game? Isn't Thweek the best ship in the game?
Bar none. Mathematically, objectively proven.
Mathematically proven.
All right, here's hit crit from the gunboat into Dalen. And he's safe.
Safe. Really fortunate that gunboat survived. I mean, I guess not. You have the obstruction, so you still had the 4 dice, despite having a structural.
Right.
Structural still does hurt.
The structural damage is on the tugboat right now, right?
Yes.
So it didn't go through when we had a disconnection, so we'll go ahead and put that in there now. There we go.
Correct.
So we cannot discount the backup maneuvers, but I think right now Thweek's in the way for any of that shenanigans right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, James really banked on throwing that gunboat onto the rock. I mean, which is great, but you can see how some of these ships can get in a really bad place. Against James's squad, Obros tosses a stress on them and then tugboats them onto a debris or onto a rock and don't have an action. And it can go south for James's opponents very quickly unless they play it right. And Tim, so far, has done his best to avoid all those traps.
Looking at the positioning of the quad jumper right now, do you think the too hard will get him into range 1 to be able to tractor again?
Man, I don't think so.
I think it's just that arc, right?
Yeah, I think he's tilted away there. That's why the action that he did was so good. I think he just, sucks, but I think you just got to ditch that gun runner and get it out of there because he's
liability right now.
He's harpooned, I think.
Yeah.
He's harpooned, and the Zealous recruit is harpooned. You don't want that splash damage going on any of your guys, especially Thweek. Consequently, though, James does have a couple of 1-health PS1s that could be weaponized against some of Tim's ships.
Kill me! Just getting in there, absolutely.
I mean, if you can get that Zealous recruit and that gun runner into range 1 of the Inquisitor on the same turn.
Yeah, that hurt you get rid of both of those shields.
But then you got to be careful with having that splash hit quick draw. You can have all kinds of chain reactions where the splash hits quick draw, then quick draw is firing and kills something else, will splash something else,
Right.
A lot of crazy endgame situations could occur. What are both of these guys 3-0 at the moment?
Yeah, 3-0 coming into this round.
Man, kudos to James for going 3-0 with this jank. As you can see at the top, we've got about 25 minutes left in this round, and that's about the point in the game as players you start looking at alternative win conditions than just kill everything.
Yes.
You start thinking about points. You start thinking about, okay, the Jakku gun runner is 19, the Zealous recruit's 23. That adds up to 39. So if that, if that's what Tim kills, but James manages to take out quick draw, James will win the game.
Right.
But
we have to see what the decision making is here. Because some people, right, there's a lot of different play styles, and some people, will see those win conditions, or they'll just stick with their original plan.
Right.
Which sometimes that's the right idea, sometimes it's the wrong. You have to identify each situation differently.
I think we are going to expect a 4K from Dallin here.
Yeah, he's got to re-engage.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. As this Zealous recruit looks like it probably is just going to
4-4.
Oh, the pie skill 0.
Yeah.
First.
That's 4K.
Oh, we should probably put an injured pilot crit on Obros as well.
Yep. All these crits, those crits though.
Those crits.
Damaged cockpit. We'll slide down those contraband cybernetics.
I mean, I'd boost here with this recruit.
He has to get into the fight. There you go. There you go.
That way next turn you can do another 2-bank boost.
Absolutely.
The damage engine really hurts the mobility of that ship specifically.
Quick draw, like we've said a couple times, quick draw does have full shields. I like this.
Smart
taking
ditching out with the tugboat, yeah.
And especially if you can get the tugboat and the protectorate to engage again together, that could be, because then you have to choose, right?
Yeah, weaponize those harpoons. But then again, if they kill one, they kill the other one.
That's true. Or maybe get in a situation where you can, you at least get the tugboat to tractor beam something into arc for the Zealous recruit.
Take a focus with that tugboat? Is that what happened?
Yes, focus.
Yeah. And we also can't discount how good of a blocker the Inquisitor is. Yes, Thweek can be all over the place, but she can't do that barrel roll if they're blocked. So, Inquisitor is one of the best blockers in the game. And I think that's something that James needs to be aware of as the Inquisitor moves closer to Thweek. Because look how tokened up the Inquisitor is right now. Probably going to get a turn now from quick draw.
What he's doing there is he has set up a kill box here.
Oh, absolutely.
For Thweek and says, If you want to come inside, but you're not going to be able to barrel roll out of both of these.
Yeah, and Tweak is stressed at the moment, too, which is also incredibly painful.
Star Vipers do not like being stressed.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're James and you did a one bank, you're hoping you can kind of side dodge on that barrel roll. And that would actually be the ideal situation there because you can side dodge and maybe
Get both.
a shield or get a bunch of shields off of quick draw.
That'd be beautiful.
I mean, it's going to be unmodded if you do that barrel roll. And you're probably going to lose your tugboat, but that's a trade I'd be willing to take to get rid of those shields on quick draw.
Because Tweak is your endgame ship in this list.
Yeah.
He's calling it. He's calling the one bank there.
Yep.
That's what that barrel roll is.
Smart barrel roll there by Tim. Very, very smart.
So now he might be able to still get out with like a two bank or something like that, but he's gonna. There's the one bank.
Yep, as we expected.
And now there's nowhere for him to go.
He can boost, right?
Oh, sure. He could. Yes, he could. I mean, barrel roll wise.
Yeah,
But
barrel roll wise.
boosting is just going to bring him into range 1.
I think boosting might get him out of quick draw's arc, which is the most important thing. I mean, I'd be willing.
Oh, you're right.
I'd take
You're
a
right.
range 1 shot from Inquisitor. You know what I mean? Oh, is he just focusing?
He's focused.
Oof. That's a lot of heat coming Tweak's way.
Duncan, take the wheel.
I guess, yeah, Duncan take. I mean, I would. Obviously, I can't see the board. A boost might have not taken him out.
Ooh. Safe.
Safe.
Range 1 avoids all damage.
Duncan take the wheel.
I tell you.
Yeah, Tim was not happy with that. That was a really good opportunity to get a lot of damage there on Tweak.
So he's range 2 away from the gunboat. He's asking how much health does the gunboat have. It has 2 hull left.
Yeah.
And that's his target. I think he has to just get a ship off the table. There's 2 hits.
Yeah, you want it out of there. He's got the target lock. You take what you can get. You take the 2 there. Hopefully do 1.
He's not going to spend the focus there.
And then and there he's going to take it out.
Blanket.
That's it. Hit for that gunboat.
All right, so that puts James ahead.
I mean, we can't anticipate 3 hits here coming from the Inquisitor, barring some annoying variants. So he should probably take 1 shield off of Tweak, maybe even 1 into hull, depending on how the variant swings.
Yeah, Tim just checked range 1 to see if he can get the prockets off.
Interesting. It looked like it was out, though.
Yep.
I mean, that's probably why the boost would have been a bad decision.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's why I'm not playing the game, guys.
Target lock, and like you said,
Yeah.
three hits
Probably
is
3
expected.
hits, yeah.
And
2,
it's going to
1
be chicken
shield.
1.
Yep. See, what do I need to know math for? You just feel it out. Probably 1, right? Just probably 1 shield.
Watch out, your boy's going to just take your spot. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
he is.
no.
Oh, yeah, you don't fire a quick try here, buddy. Yeah, you just go back
You can't dodge that like that twice in a row.
You just go back to dials, especially because now quick draw has the lock on Tweak. Zealous recruit.
Doing the arc check to see the range, decide what maneuver you're going to do next turn.
19 minutes left in round 4.
So what do you do here? It's interesting. James still has a lot of real decisions to make.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
James was fortunate to come out on top on that. Tim did a really good job setting up that kill box to only have 1 shield off Tweak with those 2 shots.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And Tim worked a long time to get that. He was able to bring the Inquisitor around.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This was his plan.
I mean, that's the problem when you fly aces and you finally, they take so long to set it up. And when you do it, if it doesn't come at, if the variance doesn't swing your way necessarily, even if you have a lot of things going for you, then you got to spend time swinging it back around. We only have 19 minutes left.
Yeah. We are running low on the time. So, and James has, even though 2 of his ships are on fire, he still has all 4 on the table.
So, I mean, the Jakku Gunrunner is 19 points, but if that's all that Tim manages to kill in this next 17 minutes, which I don't anticipate happening, but if that happens to be the case, then Tim will lose the game. So he's got to kill that Zealous recruit, or he's got to take out something more expensive, all while James is going to be doing his best to either kill Inquisitor or quick draw.
Yeah, so with James having, he took out the smallest threat in Tim's list, also the easiest to catch and kill.
Right.
So while he does have the current advantage, one of the issues that he has facing him is quick draw. It's dangerous to shoot at.
Yep.
And Inquisitor is hard to shoot at.
Yep.
Like, it's hard to hit.
That's why they make such great.
They make a great pair.
They make such a great pair. If I'm James, I'm doing a 3-bank right here with my Zealous Recruit. And I'm challenging the Inquisitor to come at me with that procket at range 1.
See if you can get her off the table.
I mean, if he kills the Zealous Recruit, you splash a damage onto
Inquisitor.
Onto Inquisitor, yeah, and you make him waste his procket. You challenge it. You got to get that Zealous Recruit in the game, in your guys. And if you're dealing with Thweek right now, I mean, I'm more than content with Thweek potentially doing another sloop. Inquisitor has to move first, so I think you could do a sloop. You could do, that 3 sloop to the right, or there are a lot of different things that you could potentially do. I'm not a great Thweek player, so I don't have that Star Viper barrel roll down as well.
Right.
So it's a tough choice for James to make here. The good news, what's working in his advantage at the moment is that even though Obros is at pilot skill 0, he can he's kind of behind the squad.
And he's got a 4-hole. He can live for sure.
Yeah, he could take one good shot from the Inquisitor. I don't know if he could take a good shot from Inquisitor and quick draw.
No.
But especially at pilot skill 0, which does hurt a little bit.
Kind of surprised.
It's a good barrel roll.
Yeah, there you go. So we do have to remember that in the bullseye firing arc, Dalian does get a target lock.
Yes.
If he ends with somebody there, so that's what he's threatening there.
Yeah, exactly. There's that 3-bank from the recruit.
Taking up space.
Just challenging, just that he's going to get shots, and if he doesn't, sure, if you fire me, I'm going to try and do that splash damage. And then that, you got the tugboat working its way around. James has a lot of things on fire, but they're not dead.
Right.
They're still valuable assets.
These contraband cybernetics.
Interesting.
What do you know that I...
The sloop.
The sloop plus the barrel roll.
Yep. Just focus,
Focusing. Okay, because quick draw's coming in.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
There's the 1 hard.
Okay, so Tim is going to ignore Thweek here for a moment, and I think just try to take out Dalen. If he can use the butt shot from quick draw plus
or
the
just
Inquisitor.
the prockets, you know what I mean?
Or just the 5
just,
hits is good.
Just procket Oberos right off the table. When does Enforcer proc? Is it after you attack? Takes the target lock. Free evade. Full turtle.
Here it comes. Prockets.
I mean, yeah, probably Prockets is prudent.
All right, so we're getting the bump. Does he end up on the rock? He does not.
Wow. Interesting. You know what? That's actually fine for that Zealous Recruit. I mean, actually, Quick Draw is probably going to nuke that Zealous Recruit, but if he doesn't...
He does have the title active. He has the title plus a focus.
That's a great sloop by Thweek there.
That's Heathrow. That's on the departures board.
That's amazing. You know what we haven't said today?
What?
Happy May the 4th be with you.
I'm actually waiting for Revenge of the 5th, but...
Okay.
May the 4th be with you, Dino.
Yeah.
So
I'm so worried about working.
The sloop here, great move. He'll have a range 1 shot at Inquiz. Tim has initiatives, so that quick draw will fire first. And if that happens to be range 1, that shield's going to go if he destroys the Zealous Recruit.
To be able to get both expertise.
Or is he firing?
He's going at the...
Is he going at the gunboat?
He's going front back. Front shot first.
Oh, right.
Adding the evade. No damage on the Zealous Recruit.
That's good.
Not going backwards at Dalen.
Yep.
Two
Nothing.
blanks.
Wow. Rough. Gonna move that lock. This is really good for James because he's fine having Quick Draw lose a shield.
Yep.
Absolutely 100% okay with it because if he decides to fire at the Recruit, the Harpoon's gonna take another one off.
Here's Tweak. Range
Got-
1, 2
got-
dice.
Hit crit.
And
That's
safe.
fine. Safe. Probably move the lock now. And then Prockets.
These guys know this is the turn. You can notice their
Yeah.
pace has really picked up.
Yeah.
There's the excitement. 5 dice coming in.
Yeah, it's probably going to be 5 hits.
Spend that lock.
James needs this to be a blank. Oh, no, never mind. It looks like it was a hit.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a dead Dalen.
Yeah. How many cards?
There's that injured.
All of them.
That's where that damaged cockpit
Yeah, the
really
dodge,
hurts.
it hurts because he would have had a shot.
simultaneous, yeah, then double stress the Inquiz, but now. So that's all of Tim's munitions gone, but to good use. This is a good chance for this Zealous Recruit to really pop some damage in a Quick Draw, though. The problem is, in an endgame situation, even if it's just Tweak versus Inquisitor, Inquisitor is worth more.
Is he going to shoot? Is he going to do it?
He should. Or is he going to fire range 2 at Inquisitor?
Yes.
This is such a good opportunity to hit Quick Draw.
He might not. He might just be thinking about his ship dying. Might not necessarily be thinking about that extra splash.
It's true. They're only
Because
10, they're 10 minutes, so if you can keep your guys alive for the rest of the game, you know.
But Tim. The thing is that Tim's ahead, right?
Yeah.
So he would have gotten, assuming he would have hit,
Yeah.
he would have gotten at least 2 shields.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And round 4.
Unless Tim chooses not to shoot back.
Yeah,
Which would be an interesting
it's really
proposition.
tough.
All right, 10 minutes left in round 4.
What I would have done is I would have fired at Quick Draw, tried to strip shields, and then if he fires back and kills the Zealot, whatever. And then if you can kill Quick Draw and keep your gunboat alive, if you can kill Quick Draw and keep your gunboat alive, then you win the game because your gunboat, not gunboat, God, your gunrunner, Jakku gunrunner, sorry. Your Jakku gunrunner and Tweak is worth more than just his Inquisitor.
Absolutely. So we have 9 minutes and a half left in the round. Our internet has held up, knock on wood.
Yeah, the change was a lot better. You moved and you did some stuff, and it actually ended up working out. So look at you go.
When it works, it works.
When it works,
You just don't touch it.
Yeah,
you just don't touch it
Yeah,
anymore.
leave it where it's at.
Well, I had a feeling once we got asked to move that something would break. So that always happens.
Tim does have the advantage here with 9 minutes remaining.
Absolutely.
9 minutes, what do you think? 3 rounds probably, depending
3, yeah.
on pace of play. But
You could get 2 as well because James is also recognizing that he is behind.
yeah,
So when you're behind, you have to try to you have to think through the entire decision tree
yeah.
and figure out what is it you're going to do.
I think you try to go. Oh gosh, that's why you had to go after Quick Draw that turn.
Because Quick Draw could have maybe been out of shields.
Yeah, exactly. I would have fired Tweak into Quick Draw. I would have fired your Zealous Recruit into Quick Draw. Like, sure, it's going to take another shot and kill another ship, but if you can kill Quick Draw, then and somehow keep your Jakku Gunrunner alive, you win the game. Yeah, I'm not sure what James can do to kind of pull this out at this point.
So James burning that contraband cybernetics is definitely going to hurt him
Yeah.
here because this could have been an opportunity where, assuming he had just done the sloop, he could have zoomed forward and possibly gotten the tractor beam onto the SF, onto Quick Draw, and get that last shield. Assuming maybe we had lost 2.
He's decloaking.
Okay, he's like, all right, got to shoot now.
Tricks. Tricks.
Set up for that 1 hard. Next turn maybe, or one bank. Those guys are just trying to get out. Like, we need to live. Thweek, take the wheel.
Thweek, take the wheel. Sneaky move by James to decloak there. Obviously hurts his survivability, but
She's trying to make that shit matter. He's got a gun. Use it. Inquisitor probably hard right. Oh, he's going to the left. He's trying to get behind the Thweek. Are you down with the Thweekness? And no actions on Thweek, on the Inquisitor?
not sure.
Did he forget to do his actions?
There's no way.
There's no...
Oh, does Enforcer double stress you at the start of the combat phase and not... Was he double stressed from Dowlin?
Oh...
Is it at the start of combat at every ship in your...
Enforcer, right?
Yeah.
After defending, if the attacker is in your bullseye fire, one stress. So yeah, he would have been double stressed because he pushing plus that one.
No. Dallin would have had to have attacked in order for that to work.
That says after defending.
Oh, after defending, right.
Yeah.
So that's where the double stress came from.
Yep.
So actually, yeah, that's Thweek is going to get a really good shot here on Inquisitor.
He has a target lock focus.
He does. So 2 dice there on Thweek.
Out the back.
Yep.
He's going to be taking 1.
Yeah, Thweek's fine. He's got to stay alive. No crit.
Is that an arc? That's the question. I mean, I think it is. Looks like they say no question. 4 dice.
Yep.
You spend the lock.
Try to get 4 here. Oh, brutal. Tim still needs some paint, though.
He's fine. Takes
Takes
1.
That's the round that he needed. He really, really needed that.
That could have swung the game right there.
It could have.
Inquisitor could have been dead. So 4 minutes and a little bit left to go. This is probably the last round of combat.
Yeah,
The upcoming one.
Yeah,
The upcoming one
he
will be
needed
last.
to. That was the Hail Mary right there.
Yep. So now Thweek and the Zealous Recruit have the best chances of possibly getting the Inquisitor both in arc.
How much is Quick Draw? 43. So Thweek is. Yeah. So what he needs to do is that Gunrunner needs to not die.
Yep.
First off, so the Gunrunner needs to not die. He needs to get the Zealous Recruit into range 1 of an attack on Inquisitor, and get Thweek a range 1 attack on the Inquisitor, and hopefully kill it. And if the Inquisitor kills the Zealous Recruit,
Yep.
then it'll be a splash. So Inquisitor won't do that. So if that would mean the points shake out as if he kills Inquisitor, he would be ahead, obviously.
All easier said than done.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm just
Right?
talking win
Oh no,
condition,
this is
you know?
absolutely. That is the win condition. Because the Inquisitor, if you're the Inquisitor,
Yeah.
right, you're just going to try to get behind Thweek. That's your target area, is anywhere behind him, because even though he can do that one turn and like swoopy barrel roll thing, if you're behind him, he won't be able to swing back.
Yeah, and this is smart of the Gunrunner to just YOLO out of there.
To gun run?
Yeah, to gun run, yeah, to get out, to try not to get shot by Quick Draw. Though if Quick Draw does a too hard barrel roll, I don't know if there's any way the Gunrunner can avoid it. He's gonna. Oh well, that's how the Gunrunner could avoid it, by barrel rolling, but
Not quite enough space there.
that sucks. Just
Focus and hope.
Focus and pray. Take the red too hard here. Just doing everything he can to either block Inquisitor or just get out of there.
Right, and this is, for anybody who's a little bit newer to the game, You got to remember that even though that was a red maneuver, his best chance is he has to kill something. So he's already behind.
Yeah.
He's got to go for, his best chance.
Really tough choice here for Tim. He can't barrel roll left. He could attempt to barrel roll right and then boost out of arc, which is very well something he could do. Or he could just full token. Checking that barrel roll, obviously not going to fit. He could try to full token up. That's a little bit risky because he only has 3 left. But if he happens to barrel roll to the right and then boost out, and then Thweek's able to do that one hard barrel roll to the side, that's a tokenless. That's a tokenless Inquisitor.
Yep.
If he does that, which you can easily pump 3 shots in. So Tim has a really tough decision to make. So I think he's going to try.
He might be.
It might be just full
Token
token.
stack?
Yeah. And just let variance take the wheel. The game's definitely not over.
1 minute approximately left to go.
Yep.
There's
Free
a
sloop.
sloop.
Yep.
So he has the focus, but he's not going to be able to hit anybody. So quick draw's out of the fight.
Yep. Depending how fast this combat is, we might get one more round off. We'll see.
Maybe. I think our clock might be 30 seconds ahead. I think we might be done at 4:55.
Oh, yeah. And Thweek's absolutely going to get that barrel roll off. Range 1.
All right. So.
Yep. Trying to avoid Inquisitor's arc. Looks like he does. So this is going to be it. You got a full token stacked Inquisitor with two
shots on.
shots on.
Yeah, they called it there. This is it. Target lock.
And round 4.
Natties, baby.
Tim's got it.
Did you see his body language?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
So the only way that James has this is if his recruit rolls 4 naturals and if Tim rolls 3 blanks.
Yep.
I mean, he could afford to just kill it now, actually. I think that's what he might do. Just kill the Zealous, take the splash, be done.
He's got the target lock.
Yeah. Just take the splash, not even risk it.
Yeah, just time has already been called.
Yep. 1. I mean, he's going to get the evade.
He's saving the focus.
Yeah.
Right now, that move is all about saving MOV.
Yeah,
There,
exactly.
that's what that is.
All right, James needs 4 hits. And he's got the focus evade. Tim's got it. And that's going to be game.
Good game. I want to thank these players for playing. Great game. All about positioning. It was fantastic. And Ryan, I want to thank you for helping me out these last 2 rounds.
No
You've been
problem.
awesome. Thank you for commentating.
Really appreciate it.
And
who's next on the docket?
Next on the docket, we have the captain himself, Richard White, a.k.a. Kelvin Tiberius.
The Kelvin Tiberius?
I'm sure we'll get at least one galactic holonate out of him. We're talking about him, and he's not even that far away. He doesn't even know it.
He doesn't even see us talking about him in his beautiful eyes. He can't even hear me talking about it.
Before we let you go here for round 4, I want to thank everybody for watching our coverage of the 2018 X-Wing World Championships. All videos will be available for viewing on Sunday on the Gold Squadron Podcast YouTube page. Lastly, if you want to support our content, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron to join our largest group of supporters and get awesome swag.
Connect to your Amazon Prime to Twitch and become a Prime subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything if you already have a Prime account. Or you can go to goldsquadron.com and participate in the Goldies Award Show raffle. Hey, Dion, if someone wants to tune into the Goldies, when's that going on?
9:30 tonight.
9:30 tonight. The biggest X-Wing award show in the world happening tonight. Tune in for the awards.
Absolutely. And online sales can be bought up until 8:30.
Okay.
Because then it gives me some time to send you your numbers and everything.
Yes.
And then all the fun happens. So we'll be back. And Gold Squadron, Minox Squadron.
Scree, baby.